Hi everyone, I'm Tovah Fenske. I'm the fitness coordinator at 4 Wing Cold Lake, and today we're going to be doing a mixture of vinyasa flow and yin yoga class. This class is going to be great for everybody to get a little bit of energetic practice in, as well as some time to relax. In response to COVID-19, PSP is offering telehealth fitness to Canadian Armed Forces members by using social media platforms. The telehealth fitness classes tailored to Canadian Armed Forces personnel become accessible to all. Prior to participating in this session, and to make an informed decision on whether you should seek advice from a qualified exercise professional or healthcare provider, consult the Get Active questionnaire on the Canadian Society for Exercise Physiology and its reference document. By continuing with this telehealth class, you understand that there is a possibility of physical injury, and you agree that you do so voluntarily at your own risk. You also assume all risk of injury and agree to release the Canadian Forces Morale and Welfare Services from any and all claims related to your participation in this telehealth fitness class. Well, now that we've got the legal jargon out of the way, let's get started with today's practice. Standing at the top of your mat, bringing your hands to your heart, tuning into your breath, and tuning out everything else that's around you. Opening your eyes if they were closed. Release your palms by your sides. Inhale, take a big arm sweep up. And exhale, swan that forward as we move through the sun salutation. Release the head and neck. Inhale, coming partway up, eyes looking forward. Reaching for the floor, hopping or stepping back into a high plank. And then from knees or from toes, lowering all the way to your mat. Elbows hugging the sides. Tuck your toes under and inhale for Cobra Pose, keeping your bottom ribs on the ground. Releasing and pressing from knees or toes to come back to downward facing dog. Legs about shoulder width apart. Sitting back into your heels, soften your knees, relax your neck. Looking to your hands, hopper step there. Exhale, folding forward, releasing the spine, softening the knees, bowing the head. Inhale, eyes up, chest up as you lift to come all the way back to the top. Taking a second salutation, pour forward. Inhale, eyes look a little forward. Reaching for the floor, stepping back to a high push-up or a plank. From knees or from toes, lowering down in control. Tuck the toes under and inhale for Cobra or add upward dog if that's part of your practice. Release and press to downward facing dog or Adho Svanasana. Shifting the weight more to your feet than your hands here, and if you don't feel that way, bend your knees a little bit more. Look to your hands, hopper step there. Exhale, relax your back, fold a little further, hang heavy. And then inhale, big swoop, come all the way back to the top. And taking one more sun salutation, Surya Namaskar, as we bow forward, cascade over our thighs. Inhale, looking forward, eyes lift, shoulders draw back. Reaching for your mat, stepping back, and keep exhaling as you lower. Inhale, one vertebrae at a time to back bend. And exhale into downward facing dog. And remember, you want to feel good in the practice. If something is not feeling good for you, let's change it, let's modify it, let's skip it. Be gentle with your body. Look to your hands, hopper step there. Exhale, relax your back, lower your head. Inhale, big strong breath, come all the way to the top. Bring your hands down to your heart. Center your breath. Moving through our flow series, inhale, sweeping all the way up, starting with one salutation, pour back to the front. Inhale, lengthen your back and lift. And exhale as you step back and ease yourself down towards the floor. Elbows hug the ribs as we press our toes down to lengthen and lift our back. Release and press to downward facing dog. Take your right hand and reach it towards your left thigh, knee, or shin area, keeping your balance as best you can. Staying steady and stable. Replace the hand. Lift your right leg up. Tuck your knee into your chest. Shift your weight forward. Kick it back up to the ceiling. And then step it back down to come into downward facing dog. Or if you're comfortable here, swing it right through all the way up to your hands. If you need a little help, boost your foot to get it all the way up to the top. Turn your back foot halfway flat where your heel aligns with your heel in the front foot as we lift up for warrior one. Lifting high with the arms, chest and shoulders are forward. Excellent, and then we're going to rotate the back foot flat as we open up into warrior two. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, bend through the front knee and look out over your front fingers. And then turning to face the front of your mat, stepping up halfway. Stretch your arms out to the sides like you're taking flight as we lift into warrior three. Tipping forward. If your balance is not so strong here, you can always bring your back toes down to the floor. Perfect, and stand all the way up, and we're going to come up into tree pose here, lifting your right knee. And don't worry about how high you lift it. Your goal here really is to find some balance, and that might even be with your bottom toe still touching the floor. And if you're comfortable here, growing your tree branches, but make sure you keep your shoulder blades drawn down. Bringing your hands to your heart, slowly stepping down. Perfect. Let's take one more sun salutation here. Inhale, big arm sweep all the way up. And exhale, swan dive forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, lengthen your back and lift. And exhale as you reach for the floor, breathing out to lower. Inhale, shine your heart forward. And exhale into downward facing dog. Draw your belly button in and up towards your navel. Relax your neck. Press all of your knuckles into the mat. Take your left hand and reach it somewhere over towards your right leg. Remember, this is about balancing, taking one limb away. And if that's not working for you, you can always come back to both hands on the ground, or maybe try just tenting your fingers a little bit so that you don't have quite full weight in that hand if reaching over is too intense for your body. Perfect, replacing the hand. Lift your right leg up, and then swoop and tuck it into your chest. Kick it back to the ceiling. And here's where you can step it down to downward dog to find your balance, or come all the way through right up to your hands. But one way or another, let's get our left foot up to the top of our hands, giving it a little boost if it needs it. Turn your back foot halfway flat and reaching up into warrior one. And if you feel any pain in your back knee, turn your toes more forward. Lift and lengthen here, rooting your back foot down, bending your front knee. Opening into warrior two, flatten the back foot. So now our heel is in line with our arch as we gaze out over our front fingers. Strong and steady, arms are engaged and lengthening here. Step the back foot halfway up, turn your chest and shoulders to face forward. Reach your arms out, be strong with your arms. Strong with your leg as you kick your leg back all the way straight. Right leg is going back. Breathe. Remember, your back toes can touch your mat if you need some extra balance help here. Wonderful, stepping down. And then we're bringing that leg to come up in tree pose. Finding balance. If you're feeling steady here, reaching your arms high, or finding any position with your arms that's working for you today. Bringing our hands back to our heart as we step down from tree. Regrouping and gathering your breath if maybe it's gotten a little bit ragged. And let's finish the movement part of our practice with one more sun salutation. Inhale, big swoop all the way up. And exhale, pour forward. Lengthening your back, lift a little. Reaching for the floor, hopping or stepping back. Melting down. Inhale as you peel away from your mat, one vertebrae at a time. Releasing, finding downward facing dog. And then just gently coming down to kneeling on your mat. If you have a small cushion or a pillow, you may want to use it for the next posture, just to tuck underneath our buttocks. So finding a little seat on our cushion. We're going to be moving into seated forward fold here. So you want to pull your toes back towards your shin. Sit up really nice and tall, high on our sitting bones. Bow your chin a little bit, and then start to fold forward. And we're going to stay here a little bit longer as we start to move into the yin portion of today's practice. So let this be very gentle here. And it's not really about how far you fold forward. We don't need to go very far to activate the tissue along the back fascial line. That's where we want to tuck our chin a little bit. Just fold far enough that you feel a very gentle stretch. And remember, it's about setting your tummy on your thighs. So notice if your belly button is really tucking in, you might actually be pushing your back backwards instead of your body looking to move forwards here. And you might be able to reach your feet, that's fine if you can, but focus more on bringing your chest forward than where you're reaching with your feet. Sometimes when you grab for your feet, it kind of just gives you this false sense of actually moving in the right direction. So tummy setting on thighs, bow your head, relax your shoulders. Slowly sitting up here. Maybe just taking a walk back, leaning back, opening up the chest and shoulders just a little bit more. Good, and we're going to work a little bit more on chest and shoulder opening here. As you take a lie back on your mat, maybe taking that small cushion back for your head or just setting it aside. As we come into lying bound angle. And of course, you could choose to lie over a bolster here or a rolled up towel if you have one. Or just going all the way back on your mat. Finding an arm position that's pleasing for you. Your tummy somewhere by your side, so start to bring your arms up somewhere into cactus pose. Or a 90-degree bend in your arms. If at any point this feels too intense through your groins or your hips, bring your knees to close and just lie in that heart opening position, either with your knees comfortably bent or stretch them out straight. Starting to bring your arms back towards the center of your body. Bringing your knees to close. Just resting here for a few breaths. And then slowly sitting up, coming through onto your knees, and finishing today's practice in resting child's pose. Either knees wide or together as you bow your forehead to your mat. Leave you to stay in child's pose for either a few more breaths or a few more minutes, really taking your time, spending a little bit more time in deep relaxation if you have the time for it today. Again, I'm Tovah Fenske. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.